So I told you the example for IAM role as a cricket captain, right? We'll be having a temporary permission. Then we talk about the essential components and its diagram I just explained you. So for accessing your account, you have two types of access. One is programmatic access and another one is management console access. That is 12-digit code, username and password. Then we have MFA, how to connect and configure an MFA I showed you in my account. And what actions are permitted. So you can able to access what access you are permitted. You can able to as a user, group and role. So this policies can be attached to a user, group or a role, and it can be a read-only policy or a full access. It's up to us. And we can able to first thing is all the permissions are implicitly denied by default. Implicitly denied means by default it is denied. And main thing is we follow the principle of least privilege. Follow the principle of least privilege means what? We have to give permissions one by one only. We should not give full permission. Next, we have the types of policy. We have identity-based policy and resource-based policy. Identity-based policy is IAM user, group, and role. And resource-based policy is attached to the particular resource, such as your S3 bucket. An IAM policy, yes, we already mentioned like so. One single entity can have multiple policies attached to it, and single policy can be attached to multiple entities also. So one user can have multiple policies attached to it, and single policy can be attached to multiple entities, that is multiple user groups and IAM role. When we talk about the policies, so always an explicitly deny statement will take the precedence over the allow statements. So deny statements only will take the precedence if there is an allow statement. Then resource-based policy, we talk about resource-based policies, nothing but the policy which is attached to the resource. Attached to the resource is called resource-based policy. Then whenever you go for an IAM, that is the permissions, it first go and check whether the deny statement is working. Then it will go and check the allow statement. First, if deny is there, then it will go with deny only. If there is no deny, then it will go and check the allow statement. If nothing is mentioned, by default it will go to deny statement. Next, groups. So we can have multiple groups. A single group cannot go under another group, but a single user can be in multiple groups. Okay. So 1 minute. அப்படிங்களா ஓகே அப்படியா சரி ஓகே ரெண்டு ஒரே டிக்கெட்லையா சரி ஓகே நான் பார்த்துறேன் ஓகே டிக்கெட் வந்துருச்சா 3:30 3:30 அஞ்சே காலம் போட்டுருக்காங்க என்ன டிக்கெட்னு தெரியல நான் பார்க்கணும் சரி அப்போ நம்ம சாப்பிட்டு கிளம்பலாமா சாப்பிட்டு கிளம்புனா 1 மணிக்கு சாப்பிட்டோம் 12:30 வந்து சாப்பிட்றலாம் சாப்பிட்டு 1 மணிக்கு வந்து எடுக்க சொல்லிடலாம் 2 மணிக்கு அங்கே போயிடுவோம் செக்இன் பண்ணிட்டு 3 மணிக்கு 3:30 தான் நமக்கு so IAM role you can able to see similarly attached to a user. You can able to attach this IAM role for anybody. It's a temporary permission, but this permission can be given to a person also, application also, or service also. In the policy, as usual, we are going to give what role you are going to take. That we are going to assume that you are going to create it. Next, we saw the example that a policy is created. That policy is attached to the that policy is attached to the IAM role. That role is attached to the EC2 instance, and as per the policy, it can able to access the S3 bucket. So as per the policy, it can be able to access the S3 bucket. So next, IAM policies are constructed with the JavaScript object notation. So you're able to see that. Define permissions also. So IAM policies can be attached to an IAM entity, and we just completed it. So today we are going to talk about securing a new AWS account. Securing means what? Securing means what? Can you just mention in the chat box? Securing means what? Securing means protecting, correct? Are you able to hear me? Yes. Anthony, can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how we are going to protect a new AWS account? So here you can see there are two accounts. One is root user account, another one is member account. So the root user account always we'll keep it as like the CEO account, as I told you. So we should not touch it. But why we should not touch it? Because it is having the full privilege. You see, privileges cannot be controlled, and you'll have full access to all the resources. But a member account, you can give permissions one by one. So here you can see you can able to integrate with other services, federation, secure access, and granular permission. Granular permission means what? Step by step or one by one, you can able to give the permissions. Okay. So what are the main options we have in the main root account user? Will see. You see, first one, the root account user alone can able to change the password. That is for the root account user, right? Because he is the main account. From his account, we are going to create member account. Next, the support plans. Do you remember the support plans which we learned in the second module? Do you remember the support plans? What are the four types of support plans we have? If you go through the second module, the document, you'll be able to see what are the types of support plans we have. So the basic support plan, developer support plan, enterprise support plan, and business support plan. So this plan is like a subscription. If you want to change the subscription of your account, then you have to go only with the root account user. That's the main thing. Next, restoring an IAM permission. For example, as we already mentioned, first we will create a CEO account. Then from CEO, you create admin account, two admin accounts, and that two admin accounts will create multiple groups and users. Okay, multiple groups and users. So you can able to, in case if this admin is not there, or both of them are like out of town or wait or something happened, they are not able to access, what will do? Who will be able to change the password of the member account? Only the CEO, correct? So the restoring an IAM's user permission also can be done by the root account user. Next, change the account settings, for example, your region, what region you are into. So I told you when I logged in, I showed you, I think so. I am in the Singapore location or Mumbai location, where what region you want, that can also be changed by the root account user. Okay, so these are the main things for a root account user. Now we'll see how to protect your root account user. How to protect your root account user. Okay, what are the steps for it? First one, stop using the account, root user account as soon as possible. Why they are saying like this? Why they are saying that you stop using the root account user as soon as possible? Why is like that? Why they are asking not use the main root account user? Because the root account user is having the full privilege, correct? So one thing what they are saying, once you create the root account user and you create the admin accounts, you forget this password. You forget or you just remove this password. Remove in sense you don't want to remember this password of the root account user. Why they are doing like that? Why they are asking you to remove your root account user password access key or disable your root account access key? Why they are asking you to do that? For example, you are having a email ID and that email ID password you are just you don't remember or you forget. What you will do? What you will do if you forget your password of your account? அப்ப அந்த அருண் சாருக்கு சொல்லிடுறேன். ம் சொல்லியா சார்? ஆமா. நாளைக்கு 1 மணிக்கு நான் கிளம்புறேன் சார். கேப் 1 மணிக்கு அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணிடுங்க சார்ன்னு சொல்லு. எனக்கு 7 மணிக்கு தான் ஃப்ளைட்டு. Forget password, yes. So when you give forget password, why we want to give forget password? So once you give forget password, what will happen? What will happen? Okay, get OTP. Okay, fine. Then what it will ask you to do when you give forget password? Yes, Tanish. It will ask you to reset your password, correct na? Yes. So now you see this root account user is asking you to forget your password or disable your password once you create the admin account so that no one knows your root account user password. Only who can able to access? If you, the owner, you yourself forget the password, then who will know your password? Am I right? You are the owner of that account and you yourself forget the password. Means can somebody can able to access it? Is it possible? You have not saved the password also. Yes. So no one can able to access. Right now, so that's the main thing they are saying that either you keep it very safe. That is, you see, enable store your root account user in a very secured place either or you forget the password itself so that when you try to log in the next time you will be able to log in by forgetting and setting a new password. Okay, next, enabling the password, enabling a password policy. What does this password policy means? What is in way this password policy means? Okay, when you type a password, what it is showing actually? When you type a password, when you type a password, what it is showing actually? Add special characters, exactly. So you have to add special characters like capital letter, small letter, or compulsory 8 digits character should be there, right? So that's called your password policy for the user. So when you create member account, the member account should you have to set as a root user account, you have to set the password policy. Okay. Next, storing your root user account credential in a secure place or remove your root account user password, sign in with your new credentials. When you're logging into your root account user, create an IAM user for yourself, save the keys if needed. So whenever you first time create a CEO account, that is your root account, you create an admin account, give them 90% access, give them 90% full access. From that account you access it. Don't use the primary user because since the root account user is having the full access, if somebody hacks your system or hacks your account, automatically they will try to use everything. There are a lot of people who got unwanted bills also. For that purpose, their AWS itself is asking you to protect your account. Next, second protection. What is the second protection? Enable multi-factor authentication. Enable multi-factor authentication. I showed you that I have used in my mobile that Google Authenticator. Right now, Google Authenticator I used and I logged into my AWS account. Now, same thing, you can go for Google Authenticator or Authy Authenticator if it's a micro, that is a Windows phone. Okay, virtual MFA compliant applications, that is MFA token, you can able to give, or you can able to use if you're not using mobile Google Authenticator or Authy Authenticator, You can go with YubiKey and Gemalto. These are devices. These are devices. Now, what device is this? You can able to see this one. Yes, this is the YubiKey. Does it look like a pen drive? So what you have to do, you have to plug into that particular system which you are going to log into that particular account. Let us say it's an Amazon account. Then it will first go and check whether it is inserted or not. If it's inserted, then it will allow you. If not, no. Next, Gemalto. So here you can able to see this device. This one you are able to see. When you press the button, there is a 6-digit code is running. 6-digit code is running. Now same thing when I log in with my account, I showed you like Google Authenticator. It is showing a 6-digit number. That number I entered it. Same thing here. It has. It is allowing you to enter the 6-digit number, and that number we have to enter to our AWS account, and you'll be able to log in. So these are two other devices apart from your Google Authenticator. Okay, fine. That's your second step to make sure your account is multi-factor authenticator. Multi-factor authentication provider you are provided with. Next, use AWS Cloud Trail. Use AWS Cloud Trail. What is this Cloud Trail will be? Cloud Trail will be storing all your log details. Cloud Trail will provide you all with your log details. The Cloud Trail tracks user activity on your account. It will take all your API requests to source. API request means what? Request and response. Request and response will be there. And basics, it will store the 15 months of data. That is, first you will be able to see all the 90 days of data will be stored in the cloud trail for free. Then you can able to create one more trail, that is like a folder or file name you can create, and you can able to store a separate log data. So last, it will collect all the last 90 days of activity, whether you are using it or not, whatever it is. It's for free. You don't have to do anything. Who needs this log details? When you need these log details, actually, when you need this log details, especially log means what? Whatever you're doing, everything will be captured. Everything will be captured. So when will you need this log data? When will you need this log data? Come on guys, just answer in the chat box or just unmute and when you need this log data. Previously it was like server rooms. Server rooms can be able to access only by the system administrator. Correct? So 1 minute. சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லிட்டேன். சொல்லியாச்சு. 1 மணிக்கு நாங்கள் கிளம்பிடுவோம். ஆ 1 மணிக்கு 2 மணிக்கு அங்கே போயிடுவோம். ஆ ஏர்போர்ட்டில் வெயிட் பண்ணுறதா பண்ணுறதா சாப்பிட்டாச்சு அங்கே போய் உட்காந்து வேண்டியதா இல்லை இங்கே போடுறதா தனித்தனியாக போடுறதா சரி ஓகே நான் பேசுகிறேன் ஓகே இன்னும் அந்த ஏர்போர்ட்டில் ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்குன்னா நான் போய் உட்காந்துக்கிறேன் நான் ஓகே so when you need this log details, if somebody has done something wrong or they has tried to steal something or who came, what they did, we don't know. So at that time we need all these log details because it's going to track everything, right? So we can able to have this track. It is freely stored by AWS itself using the service called AWS Cloud Trail. So 90 days data it is there. Apart from 90 days data, you want also you can able to take it. You can able to take the remaining data also by creating a file name called trial. Okay. So here you can see give it a name, apply to all region, create an S3 bucket. So I can store this log data in my S3 bucket because it's a storage service, right? So in the S3 bucket, I'll create log data and then I'll store this one. Like with date wise, it will come. Okay, that's one. Fourth one, enable a billing report such as cost usage report. So we already learned in the second module that cost and usage report, how much you have spent so far and all those things. That billing report, like your debit card or credit card bill, is a debit card or credit card bill is coming regularly. Internet cut also. అది టవర్ కనెక్ట్ ಮಾಡలేదు. Okay, I think so. Some network interruption. You're able to hear me now? You're able to hear me? Can you just put thumbs up symbol? Okay. So enabling this report. So now just now I told you like you are having the credit card or debit card will automatically coming to your account on every first or third or fifth, right? So how is it coming? It's coming automatically, right? Same thing, we can also set this bill report getting stored in our storage space automatically by itself. Like the log report, we can able to take the billing report every day once, you see. The report can be at least one per day and we directly delivers this report to the S3 bucket that you can specify. You can specify which folder I want to save. Like in your default, your browser will store all your data. Default, your all your downloads, whatever you're downloading in the browser from the browser, where it will go and store actually, where it will go and store actually, by default, where it will get stored. By default, all your data will get stored where, guys? Where it will get stored by default. In your browser, you download some things, you download some documents and everything. Where it will go by default? It will go to the downloads folder, correct? You have set like that. That means the browser is already set. If you want, you can change it. Same thing, we can able to send this billing report, that is billing report directly to a storage where it will store all your bills. Okay. The report is updated at least once per day. You can able to see once per day it can get updated. Next, AWS cost and usage report tracks your usage and provides estimated charges associated with that account, either by the hour or by the day you can able to do it. Okay. Next, what are the best practices that we have mentioned? Can anyone read it? Yes. Sampada, can you read it? Okay, Kiran, can you read it?
Yes, sir.
Mm,
Best practices to secure an AWS account.
mm.
Secure login with multi-factor authentication. Delete account root user access keys. Create individual IAM users and grant permissions according to the principle of least privilege. Use groups to assign permission to IAM users. Configure a strong password policy. Delegate using roles instead of sharing credentials. Monitor account activity by using AWS Cloud Trail.
Okay, fine. So these are things we discussed. Now, securing your account. How to secure your account? How to secure your data? First one, to secure your data, first we need to do the organization. As we already learned organizations, what it will do? Organizations, we create organization units, where we can attach different access policies, you can attach to the organization, and we can able to integrate and support for IAM, that is the permissions to a user or the intersection of what is allowed by the organization and what is granted by the IAM in that account, what permission you are allowing, what permission you are not allowing, that matters. And you can able to set user control policy. What? User control policy. What is this user control policy? Let us take this S3 bucket. Okay. Now you know the government employees, correct? Government employees or any employees. Okay, fine. Now they want to start a new project. They want to start a new project. The owner is saying or the manager is saying that to start a new project. And they have mentioned that the data is already there in the S3 bucket. That is for organization, there is a common storage and the file is already in the storage file. Okay. Now they're asking you just have to start the new project today. What they will do actually, when they will go and take this file, when they will go and take this file, let us say they are coming at 10 o'clock and your manager is saying at 11 o'clock. But you already have some work also. But he is saying that you have to start the work today. At least you should have started the work today. They are saying, the manager is saying. Now, what an employee will do, at what time or when he will go and take this file. It's already in the common storage of the office. When they will go and take this file, let us say you are the employee itself. You already have some work they have given to you. You will finish that work and then you will be starting the new one, or you will start the new one first. Manager said you have to start today, but it's not very urgent. But you have to start today. When will you take this file? When will you take this new file? Just come on, guys, just answer in the chat box or you just unmute and talk. When will you take this file, the new file? Come on, guys. I'm asking you, Kiran, you are able to hear me? Anthony?
Yes, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, since we have to like do it, we should start the project now itself. So we'll take the file.
You will take immediately. Whatever work you have already have, you will not do that. You will not complete that, and then you will come back. You will directly first go and take this file.
If we have time, we'll complete that, sir.
Which one? The old one.
Yeah, the old one.
Okay. But let us say that what a normal government employees will do, or what are the companies? It's a private company or government, whatever it is. These people will come at 10 o'clock. They'll come 11 o'clock. They'll go for a break. Again 1 o'clock lunch, and again 3 o'clock break, and again 5 o'clock. They will go and open this file, and they will say, "I started the file, but we'll be finishing or we'll be able to completely look at it tomorrow only." Am I right? This is how an employee will work. Since you guys are not going to the office, you'll come to know all these things. Until and unless the manager says it's very urgent, they will not go and do it immediately. Do you accept this? You guys also doing homework. If the ma'am or your staff is rushing only, you will do the homework. If you say 5 days time, you take and do the homework means how many of them will finish on the first day itself? Is it so? Will you guys do the homework on the first day itself? No. Correct now? Yes. So this is what the mentality of real human that will happen. Okay. Now to change this, what we can do? That's what this service control policy. That is the service access I am controlling. For example, this S3 bucket, that is the storage. Since the employee, he can able to access this file at any time. Correct now? At any time. That's why he is very cool. Let us take, I think you might have faced this issue. You are having the good water. Good water is coming to your area, correct? Now they are saying that the good water will come at 1 p.m. 7 days once. 7 days once. Okay, and 7 days only the good water is coming. So when will you go and stand wait for the good water? 1 p.m. it is going to come. What time you will go and stand? Let us take in your apartment. You will have some 20 families are there. 20 families are there. They also will come for taking the good water. What time you will go there? What time you will go there? 1 p.m. the water will come. 12:30. Okay, coolly you'll go at 12:30. Half an hour before only. Half an hour before you go, there will be no queue. Do you think so? 20 families are there. Okay, fine. At least 1 hour or half an hour before, as you said. So why you want to go before half an hour? And also they are saying only 1 hour only the water will come. 1 to 2 p.m. 1 to 2 p.m. only it will come. Now what you will do? Yes, resources limited. So now, if they are saying that the water will come 24 bar 7, people will coolly will come. They will not come and rush. But if they're saying only 1 hour, the water is going to come. That too, 7 days once only the water is going to come. Now there is a restriction in the resources. Now here you see The restriction and the resources make others to form a line queue. They will definitely form a line and queue, right? Even though you go before half an hour. If there are already 15 people are there waiting there, in what place you will go and stand? There is no other option. You have to go and stand in the 16th place. Am I right? Yes or no? Now, same thing what we are giving here, we are taking this resource. Now we are saying S3 bucket, only 50 requests or 20 requests per day. Let us take 20 requests per day. Only 20 requests per day. And all these people are there. HR is there, Ops is there, development is there, IT team is there. All their folders are also here. Now, when we put a restriction on this resource, that only 20 requests per day. Now, no employee know how many requests has already completed. Correct? Now, what they will do? Will the employee will go and take the file first itself once he come to the desk 10 o'clock? He will go and access it first itself. Yes, yes or no, guys? Yes, correct. So that's called your restriction. We are putting a restriction on the resources. That is, we are limiting the resources. That is what service control policy. We are going to control the services. So service control policy, you see, it specify the maximum permissions. So already we learned about identity based policy yesterday and resource based policy. Now the third one is SCP, that is service control policy. Now identity based policy and resource based policy, we have only two options. Either you allow or deny. Now here again, either you allow or deny. Okay. So limit permissions that are available in the account, that is part of your organization, and ensure that the account complies with the control guidelines. And it's similar to the other syntaxes only, but only difference is SCP will not grant permissions like allow or deny, like the other policies, like identity based policy and resource based policy. It will not allow or grant deny. It is just going to mention how many times you can able to access it. That's what specify the maximum permissions allowed. 50 permissions only allowed per day means only 50 permissions allowed. Next, we go for KMS. What is this KMS? Key Management System. What key management system? As the name itself says, what is this? It is going to manage the key. I think in your home you might have self for the keys actually. For keeping keys alone, you're having these kind of hooks. Yes or no? Yes. For why we want to have this key station or something? Why you want to have this key station? Is it necessary? You have car, you have two bikes or four bikes. Okay, let us say your father, yourself, and your brother. Let us say three bikes and two cars. Yes, easy access and manage, correct? So you don't want to go and search for the key somewhere. You don't go for the key for search somewhere. Same thing here in the AWS. Every resource, for example, EC2, for example, S3 bucket. So all the resources in AWS will have a username and password. That is, access ID and access key will be there. Now these two will get stored automatically in this EKMS and this KMS. How it will get stored? For example, let us take this one as domain, access ID, access key. So access ID is first one. Let us take S3 bucket, access ID alphanumeric letter, key. Same thing EC2, access ID, key. So like this, it will store all the keys here. Now, even if you want to access, for example, EC2 instance wants to access S3 bucket. As just now I told you, both are having access key. So first it will go here to the key management system for accessing this S3 bucket and service key. Then it will access. Before that, first to access this S3 bucket, you need a policy. You need a policy. So first it will go, policy is attached. Now EC2 got the permission because of the policy. Now it will go to KMS and then it will go to S3 bucket. But in the front view, it will not be shown. In the front view, it will not be shown. Where you will be able to see this? Can you guys guess it? Where you will be able to see this? Can you guys guess it? Where you will be able to see this? But I have explained you this just a few slides before. Where you can able to access, where you will be able to see these things have happened. In which place you will be able to see this? It's there on the slide also. As just now I told you a few minutes before, you are able to see that on the slide also. It is there. Where you'll be able to see all these things are happening. This is going here. It is taking the key. Then only it is going to S3 bucket. Where you will be able to see. So here you can able to see cloud trail. Here you are able to see cloud trail. So in the cloud trail, you will be able to see that this key is stored. This means the log details has been stored here. Okay. So these keys are like very secure protected. So AWS have already got the approval and validated for this one. See, uses hardware security modules like HSMs that are validated by Federal Information Processing Standards. That's called FIPS, who is mainly using it for securing your access keys and access ID. That approval has been got by AWS. So this KMS is one of the other service which will help you to create, manage the encrypted key. Encrypted key means what? Fully protected key. Okay, you're getting okay. Next one more service is that is called Cognito. Cognito service is nothing but it adds users sign up and sign in. That means, for example, you go for a new LinkedIn account or a new any of the now any application you log in, they are giving you an easy access for it. What is that actually? How you can able to easily log into that particular application or a website instead of typing all your details, instead of typing all your details like your name, email ID, phone number, everything you don't want to type it. They are giving you one more option. What is that? Yes, correct. So you can log in with Google account. That's what this is. You see, sign up with user. You can log in with your identity providers such as Facebook, Google, Amazon. You can able to use these giants login to log into that particular application or a website. What is the use of it? It is providing the social identity providers. Social identity providers means what? You can able to provide your social identity to these people and you can able to access these applications faster because of this faster login process. There are millions of users who are able to log into a particular application or a website. You think in your Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, what they are asking, either they are asking you to give the Google ID or a Facebook ID. I think if you go to LinkedIn, it will show you your Facebook ID, right? So this will help you to this feature, this cognitive feature, helping you to help the user to sign up and sign in, access the full web and mobile applications faster. Mobile applications faster. Scales to millions of users. This is another service. Okay. If you're writing, you can just scale to millions of users, add users, or just mention scale to millions of users. Support sign in with social identity providers like ACE, Google, and Amazon. This is enough. If you're making a note, you can just write this one. That's enough. Okay, it's done. Once you're done, just put a thumbs up symbol. Okay. Next, AWS Shield. AWS Shield. What is in the Shield actually? Shield is mainly used for what? Shield is mainly used for what? I think in the movies you might have seen, na? Shield is mainly for what? What purpose you are using Shield? Protection. Exactly. So now what we want to protect this AWS account from? What we need to protect the AWS account from? Getting hacked. Exactly. So mainly from the viruses. So that's what this. It is a managed distributed denial of service. Distributed denial of service. Distributed denial of service means I will just deny the access, deny the service. See, you are able to use a phone, and in your phone, how many apps are there? How many applications are there? How many applications are there? 30. Only 30, yeah? It's very less. There will be around 60, 70, 80, correct? Okay, fine. So now, are we using all these apps with full protection? Is it all good? Nothing, no app is having any virus, right or not? Or if something is trying to install a virus, what it is showing actually your mobile is showing. What your mobile is showing. What your mobile is showing. Virus attack is showing. No. Nowadays, whatever mobile you are using, that mobile itself is protecting that I will not allow this application to get installed or it will harm your system. So I recommend not to install. Okay, Google will tell you to delete the app. Okay, that before itself now OS itself, your Vivo OS or Oppo OS or whatever OS you are using, that OS itself is saying that it is fully, it is not secured. Is it saying? Yes. Now same thing only AWS Shield, which is a default feature, which is a free feature at no additional cost. Standard Shield. It will always help us to protect always on detection and automatic inline mitigation. What is mean by mitigation? Mitigation means what? Mitigation means the step of action that you need to take. The step of action that you need to take. That means some problem is there. What solution I'm providing? That's called mitigation. Now it is helping you to safeguard your applications running on top of AWS because it is distributed denial of service. It will not allow any viruses to enable or log in. Next, this is a default feature. In case if you want additional features like your computer is having, how will you protect your computer? How will you protect your computer? How will you protect your computer? Antivirus, exactly. So same thing. Here AWS Shield Advance is an optional paid service. So if you want extra protection, you take advanced level and you have to pay for it. No, I need the normal one means you don't want to pay anything. So this will reduce the minimize application downtime and latency. What is in by latency? Which you have already learned. What is in by latency? Reduce delay. What? Reduce delay, correct. So it will help you because so let us say your computer has got attacked by virus. So what will happen? What will happen actually once your virus, I mean, your computer has been attacked by a virus? What will happen? What will happen, guys? It will crash the system? No. First, what it will do? First, it will slow down your computer. First, it will slow down your computer. Same thing whenever virus attacks. First, it will make sure that your phone is going very slow or something. Okay. So that's what this minimize application downtime and latency. So that's what this AWS Shield. You can you can just write this one. That's enough. What is AWS Shield? That's enough. These two lines. Okay. Done. Okay, you're done. Just put a thumbs up symbol. We'll move to the next one. Yes, sir. Is Kiran done? Everyone? Okay. Anthony done? Okay. Next, coming to the security data on AWS. How to secure data on AWS? How to secure data on AWS? So here you can able to see there are two types. One is how to secure your data, encryption of data. First is by default what you have to protect. Your data has to be protected. Your data has to be protected. For that, you can able to see encryption encodes data with secret key. That is, how will you protect your data? For example, you're sending an Excel file to somebody else, which should be a very confidential data. What you'll do? Your Excel sheet. Will you put a password? Will you set a password to that? Yes. So there are two types of data. One is your the data at rest, that is which is already there in your system. You are giving a password. Another one is which is going to travel, that is you are going to send from one place to another place. For that also you can able to put this encryption. So that was this one. Encryption encodes data with a secret key, which makes it unreadable, and only those who have the secret key can decode the data. So those who have only the username password can able to decode. Same thing only. Those who have the secret key, that alone can able to access the data. So where will be storing these keys, username and password, which we have already learned, the KMS. So KMS can able to manage your secret keys. So AWS supports encryption of data at rest. Data at rest. Whatever the data which is having that is at rest, we can able to protect it. So data at rest is equal to data stored physically. Data stored physically on disk or on tape. On disk or on tape. So you can encrypt your data stored in any services that is supported by KMS, including Amazon S3, EBS, Elastic File System, and RDS Managed Database. So we can able to put the data which is already stored in the storage service. These two are storage, these three are storage, and this is a database. So for whatever we have, like our Excel sheet, I told you we can able to put a password. Same thing RDS, the database also we can able to put. It is, even though it is going to stored in some place, we can able to put a password. That's what encryption of data at rest. Now, encryption of data in transit. That is, you are going to send some data from one place, person A to person B. So, person A to person B is a transit of data that will be controlled by TLS. That will be controlled by TLS. That is your transport layer security, which is an open standard protocol. So, for this, we have a support of AWS Certificate Manager. That is also one of the service which helps you to manage, deploy, and renew TLS or SSL certificates. Renew TLS or SSL certificates. So it will secure HTTPS tunnel, mainly to have a secure tunnel we have, which uses TLS or SSL for bidirectional exchange of data. What is it by bidirectional? It's not like one direction from A to B alone it will go. It will also come from B to A also. So you can able to see a bidirectional exchange of data. Next, AWS services support data in transit encryption. By default, AWS services will support whatever the data is in transit. So, for example, you see from cloud to cloud, that is EC to instance to EFS. EFS is another service. From server to the storage, again you have put an encryption. And again, this is outside, that is corporate data center, physical data center. From this to cloud also it's possible. For both, the encryption in transit is possible. Okay. So you can write encryption, that is security of data. It's two things only. Encryption of data in transit, encryption of data at rest. Now we can have other ways to protect your S3 bucket, that is your storage service. You can see how can we store. Simply you can just block the public access, that is public cannot be able to access the storage. One. Second, you can able to create a policy for protecting your data, create a policy and protect it. And bucket policy, you can write directly resource based bucket policy, that is also possible. And access control list. Access control list is a legal access control mechanism, that is who can able to access and what he can able to access, or which list of ACL, that is which list of IP addresses are allowed to access, that is called ACL. I think in your college you have some your personal, sorry, not personal, your official email ID is there. Your official email ID is there. Yes. Okay. You'll be able to use that official email ID in your lab alone with that IP address. Yes. Yes. So what has happened, because they have given said that only these IP addresses are allowed to access this portal. That's what the condition. That's called as ACL. That is access control list. For this list of IP address alone, we will be able to access that particular website. That is limited. It's not public. We can able to give it like private. Only these people can able to access. That's what this one. We can protect the data by like this also. And fifth one, that is AWS Trusted Advisor, which we learned in the second module. Is going to give you full recommendations. It's going to give you only recommendations where you can able to see what is not secured, what is not encrypted. You can able to check, or it will show you the alert box. Now coming to the section 6, working to ensure compliance. Compliance means what? The rules and regulations. The rules and regulations. Now customers are subjected to many different security compliance rules and regulations. For example, how did you select your college actually? On what basis you selected your college? And what are things you will check when you're deciding or checking your college, when you select your college? What are the criteria you took? What are the criteria you took? Okay, course which you want. Okay, fine. Okay, when you were in school days, I think your college or school when you're studying, you might be able to see they are suddenly making a whitewash, making some repair work, everything they are furnishing neatly. Correct? Sometimes suddenly, all these time they might not have done, but suddenly they were doing it. Because of what reason? There might be an auditing or ISO. There might be an auditing or ISO. ISO means what? ISO means industry standard, right? It's an international standard or industry standard where authorization which they are going to give you inspection. Yes, they are going to have an inspection in your college or school. They are going to check each and everything whether everything is proper. So I can give ISO 9001. Then only you are also going and selecting that college. If there is no basic facility, will you select that college or school? If a restroom is not proper, board is not proper, building is not proper, will you go select it? No. Same thing, you are going to invest in AWS. and you're going to keep some confidential matters in AWS, correct? Now, so the AWS also as saying that it has been certified and authorized. It has been certified and authorized by independent auditors who provide customers with detailed information about the policies, process, and controls that are established and operated by AWS. Okay, so they are saying they already got ISO 2000, 27001, 27017, 18, 9001, and they have with AWS product with security features with legal agreements compliance. They have the rights from HIPAA and you there is general data protection regulation. All these things they have already done and got the approval. So if you want, you can also go and check. We have already put a third party independent auditors to check about their policies, process, controls, everything. So you can strongly believe in AWS. That's what they're saying. The compliance program. Correct now, you will buy a normal product. There are always normal product and branded products for every product. Correct? What is the difference here? What is the difference of a branded product? You buy shoes. Will you buy shoes? Yes. There are branded shoes and normal shoes. Both are having the same look. But what is the difference? What is the difference? The quality. Yes, the quality is standard. So same thing, the quality of education, quality of data, whatever you are putting, and the brand value. Same thing only. Next, configuration. This is another service. Configuration is nothing but configuration service. That means how you are able to access it. So it will access, audit, and evaluate the configuration of all your AWS resources. It is help you to continuously monitoring on the configuration. That is what configuration you have set. Is it getting the required results? See, automatically evaluates the required configurations, recorded configuration versus desired configuration. That means what is your expected output? Is it matching? Is it matching? If not, I have to increase the resource. For example, T2 micro you are using. T2 micro is a server. Now T2 micro is not giving the expected result. I have to go for T2 small or T2 medium I have to go. Okay, now when you go for higher configuration, I will be getting that proper result. Like your computer's RAM. If RAM is very less, what will happen? Will your computer will work faster? No, right? So I want to increase my speed of my computer. What I have to do? What I have to do? I have to put the RAM. Correct? The same thing only. We just check. You see here, how many services we have taken, what are all it's happening. All these things we can able to see in one page. That is called this AWS config. It will give you detailed configuration histories. Mainly, it will simplify compliance, audience, and security analysis also. That's what this AWS configuration. Next, AWS Artifact. Artifact is nothing but again a storage service which will mainly have the compliance related information. Compliance means just now I told you what rules and regulations or the documents, verification, organization. Right now, whenever you install one application in your mobile, there is something very important it will show. Once you try to install, what is that? Or after installing, it will show first page. What is that? You install any application, it will ask you first. Okay, permissions. Yes, permission for what? Permission to access all your contact details, phone numbers, history, blah, everything. Okay. Apart from that, one more thing is there where you are giving a consent to them, the application. What is that? Location. No, no. Location again, it will come in the permission itself. What? To approve all these permissions, it will ask you, it will show you one more. Yes, terms and conditions. Terms and conditions. That is your, it will show an agreement copy. See, same thing here. It's nothing but an online agreement copy. That compliance report, that agreement copy will be stored in your system, in your mobile itself. It'll be there inside folder. You don't know where it is, but they will keep a copy of your agreement that you signed. That is, you agreed to all these terms that I can able to, that they can able to access your contact details. They can able to access your media files, photos, videos, everything you already agreed. That copy will be in your files and folders with an encryption. So you will not know where it is. But when you go deep dive into it, when you go deep dive into the folders, you will be able to identify that. The same thing AWS also, it's storing all these online agreements and everything. Example like ISO certification, payment card industry, service control, artifact will directly store it in your artifact, okay, which is under security identifier and compliance artifact. So there you'll be able to store all these things. That is called as artifact, which is mainly helping you to store all your online agreements. Next, guard duty. What? Guard duty. Previously, we talk about one more thing that is called shield. What the shield will do? Shield is mainly for what? Protection you mentioned. Correct? There we have mentioned it is a distributed denial of service. Distributed denial of service. But here guard duty. Let us say guard means what? A security guy. Correct now? What is his main duty is? What is his main duty is? What is his main duty? Protect. Okay, let us say you have a security guard. Okay, now some new visitor is coming to your office. What the security guard will do? Will he send him back? He is a new visitor, he is coming to the office. What the security guard will do? Not take their information. What, not take their information? Okay, they will take their information. Okay, then what they will do? The security guy will take the
No,
information of.
sir. Take the information that
Okay,
by mistake I typed not.
okay. First they will take information.
Yeah,
They take
he'll
information,
make
then
them
what they
enter
will
their
do?
name or their contact number.
After that, what they will do?
They'll
After
ask
that,
a
what?
permission to let them in or not.
Exactly, nice. So
They'll
this
ask a
God, hmm. Yes, yes, you're trying to say something.
no, sir. That's all.
Okay, so same thing exactly what Tanish said. First, he will take the permission. Law not like the shield. Shield, what it did, it will not ask permission for you to come and approve whether I want to delete this virus or not. That is what the antivirus will. Some I think what is that antivirus? Some antivirus will ask you permission whether I should delete this hamper or not. It will ask you. The powerful antivirus will not ask you and it will directly delete it without asking your permission. That's what the shield is doing. Now this guard duty is doing, it will just detect the threat, okay, and continuously monitoring your accounts. Workloads of malicious activities, anything is there, it will deliver the detailed findings for visibility and remediation. Now remediation means what? Again the mitigation, remediation, both are where same we are providing solution. Now, as you said, like as Tanish said, like he will go and get the permission from the manager or whoever he wants to meet, and then he will come and respond to that new visitor. Correct, na? Same thing here. You see, this Amazon Guard Duty first it will go into. We are going to put for all these services. Let us take only for 6 services we can attach this Guard Duty. That services intelligently detects threats. It will detect the threat something is the wrong, but action who has to take action you have to set as a user customer. You only have to set that what action I want to take, what action I want to take for what action I want to take for this kind of situation. That you can able to set through lambda function. Lambda function. Function means what? A short execution of a code that will get executed. That will get executed. But the thing is, the remediation permission is has to be given by you. The action what you want to take is given by you. It's not like by itself it will not take. God duty alone by itself will not take that permission. Are you getting? That's your the guard duty is. Okay, you can write this one. Once you're written, just mention. I just put a thumbs up symbol. Once you're done, just put a thumbs up symbol. Okay, fine. Yes, Tanish, can you read it? Yes, Tanish, can you read it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
AWS Security Complaints Program provides information about the policies, processes, and the controls that are established and operated by the AWS. AWS config is used to access, audit, and evaluate the configurations of AWS resources. AWS artifacts provides access to security and complaints reports.
Okay, fine. We come to the end of this fourth section. So we talk about shared responsibility model, IAM user group, different types of security credentials, how to steps to secure a new account, how to secure data, what are the compliance programs. So coming to the knowledge check, which of the following is AWS responsibility under the shared responsibility model? Which one is AWS responsibility? As if you have written in your notebook, you can easily answer this, and it's a basic question. What is AWS responsibility? You can type the answer in the chat box. Yes, come on, guys. AWS security, AWS responsibility. I think today also I revised. What is the responsibility of AWS? Who is responsible for AWS? Configuring third-party application or maintaining physical hardware or securing application and data, manage custom machine images. What is the answer for this one? Type it in the chat box. Okay. B, B. Only Tanish and Kiran are responding. What about others? Yes, others. Can you just mention? You have written in the notebook yesterday the division between AWS and customer responsibility. Can you just check it? Okay. So the AWS responsibility, that is a shared responsibility model. As the answer is B, because physical hardware only is a responsibility of AWS, remaining are for the customer. So fine. So we have completed the four modules. We have to do this security lab. Okay. So shall we do it tomorrow or today? So it's a lab. It will take some time, maybe half an hour also. Tomorrow, okay, fine. So tomorrow I'm just having some work. So I'll be able to start at 5:30. Is that fine for you? I'll record it. It's only a lab tomorrow. You'll do it. So I want you'll be able to join at 5:30. You please let me know. No, only 6 o'clock you'll be able to join. Tell me that 6 o'clock. Okay, fine. So we'll join at 6 o'clock. Maybe I'll be only doing the lab and I'll close it. Okay. I want somebody to log in at 6 o'clock. I think previous time Kiran has done, right? Kiran has done the lab. Same thing, one person log in and we will do the lab and we'll close it. Okay. Friday as usual 6 o'clock the contest session will continue. And I know that you have some exams and all those things. So that okay, that will do. Okay. I'll send you these documents for till the third and fourth module and the video recording as well in the same link. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 6 o'clock. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.